Welcome back, my mystics. Have you ever wondered how much of life is destiny and how much is choice? In the world of Harry Potter, the question of fate versus free will weaves through every spell, every prophecy, and every heartbeat of the story. From the stars that the centaurs read in the Forbidden Forest to the trembling voice of Professor Trelawney foretelling the rise of the Dark Lord, prophecy becomes the bridge between heaven and earth, between the unseen and the unfolding. But what if prophecy isn't just magic? What if it's astrology in disguise? The ancient language of the soul written in the stars. Long before Hogwarts and long before even Merlin, humans looked to the sky for meaning. Even in ancient times of Mesopotamia, priests read omens in the alignment of planets and eclipse, believing the heavens were divine scripts of the gods themselves. And in Greece, the Oracle of Delphi spoke of Apollo's words under the influence of celestial timing. And in Christianity, there was once three magi who followed a star to find a child who would change the world. Prophecy and astrology once were both one, both attempting to listen to the divine rhythm that pulsates through creation. In every culture, from India's Jyotish to the Egyptian star temples, the stars were never just distant lights, but rather they were the blueprints of destiny. Each soul, it said, carried a piece of that pattern. And to know the stars is to know your path. Now, let's enter Professor Sybil Trelawney, a character so often dismissed as silly or eccentric. But beneath her tea leaves and trembling voice lies something sacred, an archetype of the seer. Every seer, from the Oracle of Delphi to the prophets in the holy text, walk a fine line between madness and revelation. Their gift isn't control, it's surrender. They speak for the unseen. And in astrology, the same archetype lives in Neptune and Pisces, the energy of dreams, intuition, and divine connection. It's a part of us that feels truth rather than analyzes it. When Trelawney gives prophecy about Harry and Voldemort, that neither can live while the other survives, she channels that Neptune power. It's timeless, irrational, poetic, and true. It's not prediction, it's resonance. And modern psychology tells us something fascinating. What we believe shapes what we perceive. Carl Jung called it synchronicity, the mysterious alignment between inner truth and outer events. Prophecy from this view is not about the future. It's about the unconscious trying to speak through symbol. When the stars seem to foretell, they're not dictating your life. They're mirroring what's already unfolding within your psyche. And Alfred Adler would say that the prophecy becomes self-fulfilling when we choose purpose to it, when we act according to the story we believe in ourselves. Harry's prophecy could have destroyed him, but instead he chose to fulfill it with meaning. He turned destiny into choice, purpose over prediction. Astrology speaks the same language as prophecy, symbolic, poetic, and psychological. The planets are archetypes, the signs are expression, the houses are the stages of our human story. When an astrologer reads a chart, they aren't reading a sentence, but rather they're reading a symphony. Each placement whispers something like a prophecy, not a command, but a reflection. Carl Jung once said we are born at a given moment in a given place, like a vintage years of wine. We have qualities of the season in which we are born. The stars don't make us, they mirror us. So when Trelawney, Ferenczi, or even Dumbledore speaks of what's written, they're not speaking of imprisonment, they're speaking of patterns. In consciousness, that is what allows us to change the pattern. The Department of Mystery has row after row after row of crystal spheres glowing with whispering lights. Each one a prophecy waiting to be fulfilled. It's one of the most powerful metaphors in the entire series. Every orb represents a potential timeline, a possible story of soul. The only person about whom the prophecy is made can touch it, because only the individual can activate their destiny. No one else can live your pattern. No one else can fulfill your chart. The prophecy doesn't bind you. It invites you to step into becoming. When Voldemort heard the prophecy before Harry was born, he tried to control it, and in doing so, fulfilled it. When Harry heard it, he accepted it and transcended it. It's the essence of all wisdom's traditions. What you resist persists. What you face transforms. The star may outline your wound, your gifts, your fears, but you are the one who decides how they are lived. Prophecy, like astrology, is the art of seeing your reflection in the divine mirror and then choosing how to respond. So maybe the stars aren't just distant gods dictating fate. Maybe they're storytellers, cosmic mirrors of who we already are. And maybe, like Harry, each of us carries a prophecy waiting to be fulfilled, not by destiny, but by choice. Because the real magic isn't in foreseeing the future, it's in creating it. And just like last episode, the stars inclined, but they do not bind. So, if you loved exploring hidden astrology and mythology behind Harry Potter, make sure you hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into the magic world and the magic mind and myths in the cosmos of Harry Potter. And next episode, I think we're going Dumbledore. So, only knows where we're going to go from there.